Hi everyone, welcome to today's lesson on index laws. Okay, we're just going to get started straight away. So press pause and copy this down, please. All right, so we need to be able to use index laws to simplify problems involving multiplication and division. All right, so press pause, copy that down, and press play when you're ready, please. Okay, a bit of key information then that we need to know about these indice laws. Okay. So here is the first part. So how could I simplify this answer? Okay, so how can I simplify 4 to the power of 5 multiplied by 4 to the power of 3? Okay, well, I would do this by writing it out in full. Okay, so remember 4 to the power of 5 means 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Okay, so you're timesing the number 4 by itself. Right, so we would do 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Okay, that's what this means. All right, and then 4 to the power of 3, well, you've guessed, that just means that, doesn't it? Okay, 4 times 4 times 4. So at this stage, that's not really simplifying it, is it? Okay, but we can simplify this now by collecting all of these together. So if we collected all of these together now, 4 times 4 times 4, blah, 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 we can just count them, can't we? Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 4s that we're multiplying by there, look. Okay, so that would give us 4 to the power of 8. So 4 to the power of 5 multiplied by 4 to the power of 3 is 4 to the power of 8. Okay, so just by looking at that quick example now, that brings us to our first rule of multiplying. Okay, so you want to copy this down, please? So the general rule is when we're multiplying terms with the same base, you add the powers. Okay, so the same base just means the same number here. Look, so 4 to the power of 5 times by 4 to the power of 3. So because the two 4s are the same number, all we do is just add the powers. Look, so a to the power of m multiplied by a to the power of n equals a to the power of m plus n. So as long as the base numbers are the same, you just add the powers. Okay, so if I give you another quick example, let's say we were going to do 7 to the power of 8 multiplied by 7 to the power of 4. Okay, instead of writing that all out in full, because of this rule here, all right, the 7s are the same, so that's going to stay as it is, and all we do is do 8 plus 4, so that would be 7 to the power of 12. Okay. It works similar then for dividing, all right? So if I write this one out in full now, okay, 9 to the power of 5, okay, well, that means 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 times 9, okay? And then 9 to the power of 3, we're dividing this time, all right? So I'm going to use the fraction line. 9 to the power of 3 means 9 times 9 times 9, okay? Well, we've seen stuff like this before, hopefully. We can cancel some of these 9s off at the top now. Okay, so we've got 3 9s on the bottom. So we can cancel 3 off on the top. So we're left with 9 times 9. 9 times 9 is 9 squared. Okay, so 9 to the power of 2. So that brings us on to the next rule that we need to learn. So copy this one down. When dividing terms with the same base, you subtract the powers. Okay, so that's what's happened here, isn't it? 9 to the power of 5 divided by 9 to the power of 3 is 9 to the power of 2, because 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay, so as long as the base numbers are the same, these rules will apply every time. So when we're multiplying, we add the powers. When we're dividing, we subtract the powers. Okay, that brings us on to our examples then. Okay, so press pause and copy this down. Press play when you're ready. So there's two different parts that I've asked you to do here. Look, so the first part says simplify. Okay, so simplifying this is just by using our rules. We're dividing, look, and the powers are the same. Okay, so our answer to this one is simply going to be 12 to the power of 6 minus 4, okay, which we know is 2. So our answer is 12 to the power of 2. Okay, we've simplified it. Then in part B, I'm asking you to actually calculate the answer. Okay, so I want the answer to part A. So the answer is like the actual value. So 12 squared, remember, or 12 to the power of 2 means 12 times 12, which is 144. All right, and it's quite common in questions like this where you're asked to simplify it and you're also asked to calculate the answer or calculate the value of it. Okay, so 12 to the power of 2 means 12 squared, which means 12 times 12, which is 144. Okay, similar sort of thing for this example then, please. So copy this down and press pause when you're ready to go through it. So it says simplify 2 to the power of 2 times 2 to the power of 5. Well, we know it's multiplying this time, so we're adding the powers. The base numbers are the same, so it's 2 to the power of 2 plus 5, which is 2 to the power of 7. Okay, then calculating that answer, well, 2 to the power of 7, remember, means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, times 2 again. Right? Which looks confusing, but it's not. You're just doubling the answer each time. So 2 times by 2 is 4, times 2 again is 8, double that again is 16, double it again is 32, double it again, 64, double that again, 128. Okay, so 2 to the power of 7 is 128. All right. So on to the main task then. Okay, what I want you to do for these questions is I want you, part 1, just to simplify them. Okay, so simplify all of them. And then for part 2, actually calculate the answers. So press pause, have a go at these, and then press play when you're ready to go through. Okay, if we go through these answers then, all right, so I'm going to do part 1 in red and then part 2 in a different color. So we should just get 5 to the power of 3, 3 to the power of 1, 3 to the power of 5, 2 to the power of 4, 6 to the power of 3. Then we get, then on these ones, look, so 8 to the power of 3 times 8 to the power of 4, that's 8 to the power of 7, and then we divide. So this is 8 to the power of 2, okay? And then this one, 12 plus 15, 27, take away 7 is 20. So 10 to the power of 20. Don't know what happens up here. We just quickly do that one again. So what did we say that was? 8 to the power of 2. Sorry. Okay, so then for the next one, 3 to the power of 2. This one, 2 to the power of 6. And then this one, okay, is 18 to the power of 0. So from there, just do it in a different color now. The actual values now, so 5 to the power of 3 is 1, 2, 5. 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, that's just 3. Then 3 to the power of 5 means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So you can do this using the box method if you need to. It is 243. Okay, 2 to the power of 4, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. 6 to the power of 3, 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. 8 squared is 64. 10 to the power of 20. Okay, this is literally 1 with 20 zeros. That's all that means. Okay, so I'm just going to write 1 times 10 to the power of 20 in standard form instead, because it's not going to fit on my page otherwise. 3 squared is 9. 2 to the power of 6, that is 64. Okay, because if 2 to the power of 4 is 16, look, then double it again is 32, double it again is 64. And then this one, 18 to the power of 0, okay, there's a rule that we need to learn for this one. The answer is just 1. Okay, so for this question here, any number to the power of 0 always gives you 1. Okay, you don't need to understand why that's the case at the moment. You just need to know that that's the rule. So any number to the power of 0 is always going to give you the answer of 1. Okay, so that leads us on then to the checking question. So press pause, copy these down, and then just think about what those 3 answers are going to be, please. Press play when you're ready. Okay, well, if you were paying attention in the last question, even though they're very different, okay, 17 to the power of 0, 97 to the power of 0, And then whatever this number is, which if I just quickly work it out, is 6,874,520,157 to the power of 0 is still 1. Okay, so a to the power of 0 always equals 1. So anything to the power of 0 is always 1. Okay, so that's the lesson on just a sort of quick introduction to index laws, and in particular multiplying and dividing. Okay, thank you very much.